Hello, this is Gene Irwin, the founder of the 3D Business Launch Model. In this particular video, we're going to explain to you the process of techniques, rules, and absolutes, and how we develop successful beta site businesses. Please keep in mind that everything we do is copywritten, the materials that we talk about, and the words that we use. The techniques, rules, and absolutes, how we develop successful business site businesses. We want to have our relationship with you to be better than you expect, with quality, integrity, and frankness that has been missing in business development and executive training. Here are our golden rules. Number 1, until you have $250 million in sales, let's do most things my way. Number 2, there are no sacred cows in your business. Number 3, learning the critical path method and minimum daily revenue. Number 4, our focus will be on A, you, B, your family, C, your business. And number 5, everything we do is confidential. Everything about you and your business will remain confidential and will be internal to our conversations and advice in accordance with our mutual non-disclosure agreement. Number 6, if there are any doubts about our focus, please see number 4. Number 7, there are several times that we might be wrong. Number 8, we don't make the same mistakes over and over. We make new ones. Number 9, fear, uncertainty, and doubt are normal experiences in a new working relationship. And finally, number 10, if you think I'm right, you're probably right, but you could be wrong. And we'll let you know. Mistakes happen, but we happen to correct them quickly. A friend and mentor of mine before his passing, Paul J. Meyer, says, if you're not making the type of progress you want and are capable of, it is simply because you do not have clearly defined and written goals. Albert Einstein says we can't solve problems using the same kind of thinking when we created them. Isn't that true? And this is Gene Irwin. I've decided now to share with you my detailed background of my education, experience, and credentials. Then we'll talk to you a little bit about the various companies that I helped grow. I have thermodynamics, nuclear fission certifications, a mechanical engineer, and engineering management. And I'm also a venture capitalist with certified cash flow analyst, fair market value analyst, new products to market, and I've helped 3 companies go to an initial public offering. I've evaluated over 3,000 companies. I've helped companies like Conoco and Combustion Engineering, Santa Fe Pipeline, Nuclear Engineering Design, Franchise Management and Ownership, Applicon, Computer Vision, Symbolics, Integrated Bank Systems, Great Western, CMA, and as a national speaker nationwide to help companies and small business owners succeed. Some areas in where we expand the concept of the 3D business launch model. Number 1, we want you to understand the impact that personal and organizational goals have on your business and what self-imposed limitations do to keep you from succeeding. Regardless of what product or service you sell, I'm going to share with you the process of an 8-minute presentation to help you succeed in that process. Number 3, I want to explain to you the iceberg principle and how we take advantage of that to help you and the people around you to grow. Number 4, I want you to understand the foundation of MRST. MRST stands for Measurable, Realistic, Specific, and Time Limit, and it pertains to your individual and organizational goals. Number 5, I'm going to talk to you briefly about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I'll explain that a little bit in this particular video series. Number 6, we want to cover something called a life skill set to help you understand the impact your life has on 6 areas of your life and those of your loved ones and people around you. And finally, number 7, we want to help you develop and or repair your bedrock foundation. We'll explain that too in another video series. Most of you have heard the process known as Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Basically what it means is, until we satisfy the basic needs that we have, we can't grow in terms of other areas in our life or help those around us grow until those problems have been solved. For instance, if you don't have food, water, and shelter, it makes it very difficult to be the very best person you can become because you're worried about your survival, and rightfully so. So how do these concepts affect you, and then how do they affect your client or your company or the people you're trying to work with? Well, take a look briefly. The deficit needs is psychology and physiological needs. Above that is safety, then belonging needs, esteem needs, and finally something called self-actualization, or becoming the very best that we become. Our goal here is to help you achieve your full potential. And to do that, you'll have to understand some concepts and we'll then explain those to you as we work with you and your company and your business to become the very best person you can become in all areas of your life, not just the one that you have for business. Moving on to another area now, I want to talk to you briefly about something called IR theory. I thought it meant infrared theory, but it doesn't. So it means something else entirely. It means your identity and the roles that you have in your life that make up that identity. Let me explain. One of the more dangerous roles that we have is that of being a driver of a vehicle weighing hundreds, if not thousands of pounds. If, in the role of a driver, we lose focus or concentration of that fact, even just for a few seconds at 60 miles an hour, we travel further than a football field in just 4 seconds. And if we're not paying a total attention to that span, anyone or anything on our path during that seemingly innocent span of time is in mortal danger. What do you think happens to our ability to remain at the highest level of concentration and the performance as a driver when someone in the next vehicle is showing his road rage? So it's important to understand that how we behave during the day affects our, not only role, but it affects our identity. So let me share with you how these all kind of come together in something called how we see ourselves, how others see us, how we'd like to be seen, and where all these intersect. In this particular slide, you'll see where it says in D, your identity, is where they all intersect together. That means this is how we see ourselves, this is how others see us, and this is how we'd like to be seen. The closer we can get all of those circles to be congruent, the more stable our personal roles and identity are. Thank you again for giving us the opportunity to help you and other executives, engineers, and new business owners of a startup, acquisition, or franchise the privilege to share with you the most successful way to increase revenues, profits, and repeat business, regardless of your product, service, or idea. Over my 40 years and millions of dollars in business development, new product launches, and major team development, honesty in business has always been my mantra. But if you elect to change or misrepresent the truth of your product, service, or ideas, it will come back to you in a very negative manner. I have always stated that if you ask me a question and I don't know the answer, you'll be the second person to know because I'll be the first. But I'll get the correct answer for you from someone we both can trust. It's important that you establish trust with all people you work with, both inside and outside your home and inside and outside your business. There's no other way to get around it. You've got to be truthful in all that you do. This is Gene Irwin, the founder of the 3D Business Launch Model. We want you to have access to us. We want you to be able to contact us. Above you see my name, business address, phone number, and my email address. Please understand, we want to do everything that we can help your business grow and succeed. To do that, we're going to provide you some materials and some ideas as we become a relationship together. However, understand a couple things. I can't be responsible, and our company can't be responsible for your success or failure. Because if you don't take ownership of your own success, how do you expect someone else to do that for you? It's not going to happen. So therefore, regardless of how great our experiences and how great our concepts and counsels you are, you're the one who has to complete that. We'll help you do it in any way that we can. We wish you the very best. We wish you to be successful in all that you attempt. You may have to work for it, however.